Hi, I'm Mark from the Home Depot Rental Center. When your refinishing needs call for medium-duty sanding of hardwood floors, including pre-finished hardwood and decks, the HireTech Orbital Floor and Deck Sander is an ideal choice. Now don't let its smaller size fool you. This sander places maximum weight on the sandpaper for increased sanding performance. And since it's an orbital sander, you can sand in any direction, enabling you to achieve a fine finish. Refer to the operator's manual to get more specific information for your project. Now before you get started, we recommend that you wear safety gear, including eye protection, safety shoes, work gloves, and protective clothing. We also recommend that you always use a respirator and hearing protection while sanding. Before you start sanding, you need to prepare your work area. Countersink any nails in the flooring, tape over electrical outlets, and cover doorways and windows with plastic. Be sure to cover all air vents in the room, including intake and output vents. Make sure to always sand in a well-ventilated area. The first thing you'll want to do before operating is to install the sandpaper and dust bag. Make sure the sander is not plugged into a power outlet. To install the sandpaper, lock the handle in the upright position using the foot pedal and tip the sander backwards so that it rests on the dust bag frame. To apply sandpaper to the finishing pad, peel off the backing of the sandpaper sheet. And you want to carefully align the adhesive side of the sandpaper sheet with the finishing pad with the abrasive side facing out. Apply pressure to secure the sandpaper to the pad. To apply the finishing pad to the sanding block, carefully line up the pad with the face of the sanding block and apply pressure. Regularly check the sandpaper and change as necessary, as the sandpaper will wear and could become clogged during use. When replacing sandpaper sheets, peel them off slowly from the pad to avoid damaging the pad. After applying sandpaper, stand the sander back up. Now to install the dust bag, lower the bag rack and slide the bag over the nozzle, working from the bottom to the top. For those tougher sanding jobs or where more aggressive sanding performance is needed, HireTech's sanding weight easily clips on or off the sander to increase the rate of sanding production. To start the sander, connect the power cord to a grounded power supply. Make sure to keep the power cable away from your work area. Drape the power cable over your shoulder, hold the handle with both hands, and depress the foot pedal with your right foot. This will release the handle to a position that's comfortable for you to operate. Switch the sander on by pushing down using your thumb. You'll need to hold the switch on throughout the operation. The sander will start moving immediately. Work slowly across the surface, pushing in the direction you want to sand. Never let the sander stop in one place. The sander will glide easily across the surface of the deck or floor while sanding. Throughout your sanding, it's very important to empty the dust bag regularly. When the dust in the bag reaches the max line, stop sanding, switch the unit off, and disconnect the power cord from the power supply. Dust generated from sanding wood floors may contain certain floor coatings that can pose a fire hazard inside the bag, so never leave the sander unattended without removing the dust bag first. If you're using a disposable paper dust bag, remove it and add a small amount of water to the inside of the bag, and then fold it over to prevent the dust from getting out. Dispose in a suitable container. Then install a new paper dust bag. Never reuse the paper dust bag or attempt to empty it. If you're using a cloth dust bag, empty the bag when you have reached the max fill line or when you're done with your job. Never leave the dust bag unattended, and always empty it and remove it from the work area at the end of the day. After emptying the dust bag, reconnect the sander to the power supply and resume sanding. Once you've finished sanding your project, remove the dust bag and disconnect the power cord from the power supply. Take off the sanding weight if installed. Lock the handle into the upright position and wrap the power cord around the handle and hook cable. Lock the dust bag frame to its upright position. Leave the used finishing pad on the bottom of the sander to protect the dust containment brushes and sanding pad. Prior to returning the tool back to the rental center, wipe down or vacuum to remove any debris. Do not use low-pressure air to clean, as this will blow dust into the machine and into the air. When cleaning, wear a dust mask. Remove the handle assembly for easy loading and make sure to properly secure it in your vehicle to avoid injury or damage to the sander. Visit your local Home Depot or homedepot.com/rental to learn more about the best tools for your next project.